Oh, is this a comedy album? Nigga, why'd you sign Jamie Foxx? Ain't that the brother from A Living Color? How could they play me?
Alright, y'all. Here's the deal. So, me and Devin got together and we talked about the NFL draft today. But the video is extra long, so I'm going to try my best to trim it down as much as I can. We're going to separate it into two parts. Okay? Two. So part one is going to be about round one of the draft, and then round two is going to be talked about in part two. So bear with me. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's really good. Great analysis on Devin's part. Great comments on my part and my analysis. We break it down. We talk about it, and we also have a lot of fun with it. So shout out to Devin for hopping in again on another video. It's great collabing with you, bro, and we got to do it again some other time, man. But for y'all watching this video, man, this is going to be part one. Just remember that. Part one. It's going to cut in at a certain point, and then part two is going to be cutting at a different point. All right? So just be aware of that. All right? Enjoy the video. They call it a lot of things, but I don't know about all that. Man, this draft is about to be crazy, man.
I feel like we should do more than one. Because, like, you know, now, after the combine or individual or college days, and then if Deshaun Watson gets traded.
Yeah, I figure. There we go, much better. See, my thing is, we should do today. We'll do the first and second round, and then cause that's like it's such a top heavy draft. We don't really know the guys beneath that, and running backs are not going to go till probably the third round.
Mm-hmm.
So I think today we'll just go with.
I think the earliest one will be that Clemson kid and Najee.
Oh yeah, because running backs are such expendable pieces now. You don't really need to waste a first round pick on them now.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, wherever Najee goes, it's got to be somewhere successful. The later he goes, the better place he's going to go.
Or some cheating trades up.
Well, who's going to trade up for a running back in this day and age?
I don't know. Who is?
Because I know from what I see right from what I got, Bears need a running back, which I would hate to see him go to the Bears.
They don't need a running back.
Yeah, they do.
They got David Montgomery.
Yeah, but David Montgomery's not. If you watch David Montgomery, he gets 2-3 yards a carry. He's not carrying the load like you would think he's going to carry the load.
How bad that offensive line is.
If this was 2 years ago when they were dominant, okay, yeah, I'd say, all right, you're tripping, but they're getting older. Where do you think Najee's going? Where do you think Najee's going? I think Atlanta.
Todd Gurley's contract year. Contract's up. I'm not sure if they resign him, then they won't get him. They won't need to draft him. I think it's a good place like the Jets.
Ooh, him and Trevor Lawrence?
I think the Jets could be a very good setup place for him. Or maybe, just maybe, the Broncos. No, not the Broncos.
They're a young team, but they are inexperienced as fuck. And it's terrible watching them play.
They have a shitty head coach.
Well, Vic Fangio is a defensive guy.
Vic Fangio should just stay a coordinator.
There's a lot of guys who should have stayed coordinator, but look at what Joe Judge is doing. Joe Judge was never a coordinator.
He was special.
Yeah, special teams coordinator. But that's not really like, you know, the big two, offense and defense. I think they need to stop hiring these these gurus and just hire niggas that know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Who's going number one, man?
We already know who's going number one. It's not even like there's not even going to be second, third, or fourth thought about who's going number one, and that is Trevor Lawrence.
You don't think Urban's going to fuck everybody and be like, ha ha, I'm going with Justin?
Because I think the owner is going to play a big hand, because the owner did say earlier this year that he wants to be more hands-on involved in team decision-making. And I used to be Urban Meyer saying, I'm set on drafting Justin Fields or Zach Wilson. And the owner's saying, okay, well, I can just fire you right now. I don't mind paying you X amount of money. So I think, hands down, first, I'm just going to share my screen here. And there we go. Can you see what I see?
Yeah, I can see.
Awesome, cool. So I think, hands down, Trevor Lawrence is number one. How about, what's your thought process? What do you think Urban's going to throw a little curveball and say, hey, no, I'm going to go with this guy?
The jury is still out because Urban loves his Ohio State guys. But if we're talking common sense, yeah, Trevor's going one. There's never been a more clear-cut number one.
And we knew this from...
We knew this last year.
When you hear he walk on the college.
Yeah.
I think we all knew that. He was like, hey, this guy's going to be first overall. Because this guy literally did not lose a game. He only lost like first 3 games in college.
He lost 2 games.
2 games in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in high school, I don't think he even lost a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, that he's like, first year took out a very good Alabama defense. I'm not sure what their defensive status was, if they were injured or not, but
we were. I can speak from experience from that. We were beat up, but there's no excuse. We were beat up in the inside the box.
With how deep that team is, we know like, oh, I got a 5-star All-American blue collar lineman. Okay, he gets injured. I got another 5-star All-American blue chip lineman right next to him. So kind of like then again, you gotta look at the team. Like how many Clemson, and Alabama rocked the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first 3 rounds of the draft that year.
And Clemson was killing it with those numbers.
Yeah. So who do you got going number 2?
I got Justin Fields going to the Jets.
Ooh. That's interesting. I like the idea because it's like, hey, you got a new coach and and Justin Fields. I think like I told you, he got exposed a little bit especially against the IAU game.
Yeah.
Indiana University game, he definitely got exposed, and then Northwestern, he definitely did struggle, but they still won, obviously. Then he had that big old game against Clemson, we do 4 or 5 touchdowns, and then Alabama, he didn't do terrible against Alabama. I mean, the first snap where their what's his face got injured, the running back got injured. Yeah, that's gonna fuck up with your mentality, but hey, we had this game plan, but now we got to go with this guy, and I can just see how that all would just fuck with you. But he had a good game.
He didn't have a game where I thought he showed he deserved to be the number 1 pick.
Oh no. Let me just pull up his stats against Alabama. He was
17 for 33, 194.
Tubbs averaged 5 yards, took 1 sack, had a 87 QBR rating. I don't really pay attention. For me personally, I don't really pay attention to QBR because that also includes throwing and running and okay. Like when Lamar has MVP or it's like, oh yeah, his QBR is through. I'm like, okay, well yeah.
He's running every damn third play. Like, what do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
But even with Justin Fields, I was never sold. Even when I watched him on QB1 on Netflix, I was never sold. He's a good kid, but if I need him to get out of the pocket, he's not a runner. He's not a natural runner. He looks awkward. And in the pocket, he makes some asinine decisions. If he's not throwing the ball deep, he's useless. And he's got to be able to check. He's got to be able to define whether I'm gonna go through my progressions, because all of their progressions at Ohio State are 1 reads.
Yep.
You got to be able to make multiple reads, son. That's why I'm thinking. This is just my view. I had Justin going 2, but I believe the Jets or Miami make a trade at 2 or 3 to get Deshaun, and Zach Wilson goes either 2 or 3.
I'm not really sold. The only way I see this gets mixed up again, we're going to do more than one of these, is that if Deshaun Watson goes to either Miami or New York. I'm not sure why Deshaun Watson wants to go to New York of all places. I know he said that that he's interested there. I'm not sure why. The Jets have sucked for many moons, and they had 2 bright years with Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan, of all people, Rex Ryan. But they haven't really been good, like, legitimate contenders since, for, like, I would say, like, nearly, like, over 10 years.
It's been 10 years since 2010.
Like, but when they had the 2 years when they went to the AFC Championship game, they're like, oh, yeah, they weren't really contenders to win it. So, like, at the beginning of the season, they're like, oh, yeah, they'll make the playoffs. But then, when they beat the Patriots in the playoffs at home in New England,
that was a shock.
That was hurtful. But they weren't, like, we had a feeling like, okay, they won it, but I don't really think they're going to pass the conference championship game.
That offense wasn't tailor-made.
That defense was good, though.
Every aspect of that defense was solid. If they would have made the Super Bowl, they would have gone down as one of the greats. But that offense, you got a guy in San Antonio Holmes who made one spectacular play. You've got an old LT. You've got Thomas Jones. You got all these pieces, man. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now look at number 3. I'm saying Miami. Originally, I said Jalen Waddle.
I said they trade out of it.
Yeah. They don't need. Do they need? Well, they don't. They don't need they need a receiver, but they're not.
They also have that later on in the pick. They have the 18th pick as well.
Mm-hmm.
There probably will be either a Jalen Waddle available or that guy from Louisville. What's his name? I know he's been trending a lot. There'll be many receivers at 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they actually trade out of the pick. I originally had the Detroit Lions trading up to grab either Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, but since they just got Jared Goff, I don't see that happening. If the Panthers, who have been in talks with the Texans, trade up for them, get it, then I can say, okay, yeah.
But it all depends on what they're going to do with Teddy Bridgewater, because this draft is.
You use Teddy Bridgewater as
Is he the long term? Is he the long term plan?
I don't really think he's a long term kind of guy. I think he's more like, if they do draft a quarterback, he's going to be that bridge quarterback.
I feel bad for Teddy.
Was supposed to be for Justin Herbert.
I feel bad for Teddy. I really do.
I think, like, also let's see this on here. We'd say that I thought that Washington could trade up to that 3. The Raiders, possibly, if they wanted to get aggressive and go for a new quarterback, because they are in talks. They want to get rid of Derek Carr. I mean, I don't think Derek Carr was ever John Gruden's QB to begin with. He just stuck with a fat contract and contract years. So let's just say, for instance, they don't trade out. I think last year they drafted Tua and what's his name from USC, Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson, I don't think really, he's more of I don't think he's a left tackle kind of guy. I think he's more of like, hey, I'm going to go at the right side, where they might move him to guard to see how he takes. He might be the Eric Flowers of last year's
draft. I'm looking at him as more of a guy he doesn't want that pressure of being the blind side guy. He wants. I want to be on the front. I want you to see everything that I see. Anything you're depending on me to block for you. Nope, I'm good.
Yeah,
now,
I think. But go ahead.
No, if it was Penei, then okay, because I watched some of Penei's film from Oregon. He can play either side of the ball, either side of the line. Only thing he doesn't play is center.
No one wants to play center.
Nobody want to play center unless you're what's the old boy's name from Indianapolis? Isn't he a center?
Oh no, he's the left guard, Zach.
No. Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson, that man's scary.
He is the best offensive lineman, and he's only messed up 3 times. That's what I see.
There's also that one guard tackle from the Packers who's only had allowed 3 sacks.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, but see,
I think they go for Penei Sewell, or how it's pronounced. I think that you're staring at a good left tackle, a bright left tackle who has nowhere but potential, big guy, good feet. But I think they go for a tackle here and get a receiver later on if they don't trade out, because you need to help beef up the offensive line. And I don't see them going with a guard.
I see Cincinnati's going to go for the line because when Joe Burrow comes back, they need. If they don't go with Penny, then I'm shocked. You have to upgrade that line because if you look at look like this, they don't need offensive weapons. They have it already.
Yeah.
They just need to protect Joe. You get a couple guys on the draft, a couple linemen in the draft. You can get a couple vets free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So why waste your time fucking around and trying to make sure, oh, we're gonna get these skill position players? You don't need to. But knowing Cincinnati and knowing Mike Brown, he's gonna fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try and take. I guarantee you, if he takes Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith ranked as is your QB, as your wide receivers. I mean, what do you have him ranked as? Because I know many sites have him like ranked as a 1, 2, and it fluctuates with him and Jamar. Is it Chase?
No, I love Devontae. Love him as a Bama fan. Love him, but realistically, he's a 4 or 5.
He's a 4 or 5. Who do you have ahead of him?
I got Tony Kadarius. What's his name? Kadarius Tony. I've also got. He wasn't even the best receiver on his team.
I think he has
Jalen Waddle.
Cardavius. You don't think he's the best receiver on the team? I mean, obviously, I don't think so, but I don't think so either. But
no, you have to watch this boy. You have to watch him.
He's fast.
He's a bad man. He's like Tavon Austin. If Tavon Austin could be an offense. Tavon Austin, you ain't putting Tavon Austin in the offense.
But it also helped Cardavius that he also had Kyle Pitts.
Oh my God, I love Kyle Pitts.
So who do you got going out for? What do you think the Falcons are going to do at 4?
They're going to go with Kwity Paye.
You think so? You think they're going to go for
Yeah.
Kwity Paye?
The thing about Kwity, they don't have any edge pressure, and that boy can make moves. He's going to garner at least 2 people. He's going to take...
I got him... Oh, go ahead about that. I apologize.
There you go. Kwity has immense talent, but he needs to go somewhere where he's not the guy.
Yeah. And you got, what, Garrett on that line, too?
Yes.
100% the guy, but he's still there.
Mm-hmm. But even this season, he was eating. Grady Jarrett was eating.
I got him at number 2, behind Greg Rescue from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at some of his tape, and the guy he has a lot of potential. Let's just put it at that. I think he has a lot of things. All these prospects do have a lot of things to work at. There's no perfect prospects coming out. They all have that raw, natural talent. So,
but that's what you want. You want, in this day and age of football, you want athletes. Excuse me. You want athletes.
Is Kwity Paye? I haven't watched much tape on him. Is he a guy that what they need him? Well, they have a good linebacker. I think later on they'll draft another middle linebacker, Deion Jones. They have Michael Walker. They have, I can't pronounce the other guy's the right outside linebacker's name, so I'm not going to try. They have him. I don't know. I think the Falcons front 4 could be good.
Oh yeah.
Front 7, I mean.
Yeah, just that defense in general. And then you got A.J. Terrell at corner. He's coming into his own. People forget about that. They picked him up. I was like, ooh. You got a for sure enough dog. But with Kwity, the thing I like about him is he is swift. He's not, I'm a bull rush you, or he's not the average, but he's got his own technique.
Yeah. And he's going to have a lot to show when he goes to plays in the NFC South. You got Saints have a good line that I'm not sure how much longer the Buccaneers line is going to hold up for. You got Tristan Whiff that you might have to go up again. I actually thought about the Falcons possibly making a trade, not for this pick, but I thought that they could possibly trade Matt Ryan.
Stop.
We're wanting to take that massive contract. But then think about it. Think about this. Let's say, okay, You trade Matt Ryan. It's like you see, at least if you look at Matthew Stafford got 2 first round picks. You don't think of ex MVP could it seems like the Patriots won't take that. They don't want to touch that contract. But I think that they could trade and get a QB here for the future and someone like Zach Wilson.
You said everything I said in my Matthew Stafford video. Listen.
I mean, I did watch it, so.
Look, if any team is going to go get Matt Ryan, it's not New Orleans. It's going to be San Francisco.
I can see San Francisco kind of pulling the trigger on this. Jimmy Garoppolo, honestly, is not that answer. I didn't even like him. I thought he was good, but New England played those for the first 2 games, but then they gave up on him and went to Cody Brissett. So I was like, okay, if we're not sold on him, some other team's going to trade hella picks for him. So I think it's time to move on from Matt Ryan. I think maybe I think this might be like his last good years, and then they'll probably hand him his walking papers. And, he's in his 4th year, I believe. He got 2 more years, maybe.
I think.
Yeah, I don't see him playing to 40, to be honest.
No, I think with Matt Ryan, he's different. He doesn't have a big arm. He doesn't have he's not a big play quarterback, but he gets the job done. And that's what Kyle Shanahan's offense is all about. It's about horizontal. It's a West Coast zone run offense. We're not asking you to make big plays. We're asking you just to dink and dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch the field out and make play, and when called upon, use Debo. You know what I'm saying? They don't have Monster no more. They don't have that dynamic run game that they had. But if you go get Matt Ryan, yeah, you can compete in the NFC West. Now, with LA Rams, when you mentioned LA Rams, the LA Rams would sell their own owner to go get somebody. How many times have they made? How many trades have they made since they got to LA? How many trades have they made to get anyone? They went to go get Sue. They got Akeem Talib. They got Marcus Peters. They got all these guys.
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen fucking Ramsey. Yes, we both agree. Jalen is great at man, but he sucks at zone. They even went and got Andrew Whitworth. Old.
That man about to retire. He's probably going to retire this year, honestly.
They have the highest the highest cap space in NFL history. For what?
If you're in LA. Every team is going to have, except for the Clippers, really.
Yeah.
Really care. The Dodgers have the highest payroll in MLB. The Lakers have one of the highest payrolls in the NBA.
Well, you got LeBron. LeBron's always going to make you have the highest luxury tax.
I mean,
but
the LA Kings are the only teams not to have the highest payroll in hockey.
Because don't nobody want to sit there and go play for the Kings because they suck.
Imagine going ask yourself, hey, homie, I got 2 LA Kings tickets. You trying to go?
Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, man.
All right. So number 4. I think, we both agree they have a line, and they need the line. And here's what they're going to do. They're going to draft some kid from Northwestern, Rashawn Slater, to help fill in.
I like him. I like Slater.
You missed out on Penny because he already left, but Rashawn Slater's been, honestly, the next best guy. He's the closest thing. Maybe, I'm not sure going to say better, but he's the best available offensive tackle.
He's a prototype.
Yeah, then that's what you need. I don't see them. They're probably, unless you're asking for 3 first rounds, I don't see them trading out of it. They'll probably get. They have Joe Mixon. If he can stay healthy, they have AJ Green is out. He's not coming back. His contract here. He's not going to come back. So probably in the 2nd round, probably draft a receiver. Is what I would think. Now, how about them Eagles? Who do you think is going to go at the Eagles?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Yeah, I mean, the offense definitely does need it. Depleted
as a receiver, but you go with Jamar Chase. It's safe. It's nice and safe. It's not too high, not too low.
The Eagles don't value defense that much, and clearly they don't can't value offense as much. And they had Deshaun Jackson and
Old
Jeffrey, who are old as hell. And then you had a chance at DK Metcalf. These are JJ Io Whiteside or whoever his name is.
Yeah.
It's like bro, like again, DK coming out of college had a lot of question marks. He had that surgery, he had the injuries, and granted, like he got shut down by Greedy Williams of all people when they played.
Hold on now. Greedy is greedy. Greedy is cold. Let's not act like.
I'm not saying he's not that guy, but we can't like
in college he was that guy.
He was that guy. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go against our best one every single week, every single down. But then, when you go to Cleveland, you already have Denzel Ward, so you the number 2 guy. But I think they have him as a 3 or 4 or the slot.
Yeah, he's not gonna be on the boundary guarding DK. He's not.
I don't want to guard DK. That man's scary.
Physically, he's scary.
I honestly, if you say Chase is gone, let's just say he goes somewhere else. If I were the Eagles, first of all, we all know the Eagles just don't value their linebackers. They have not had a really good linebacker. I think that's where Micah Parsons could go.
Yeah.
But they're not going to drop him.
What's that? What's their new coach's philosophy? What kind of guys?
I think he's an offensive guy. I think I'm not 100% sure, but it's either. I think. What is his name? Let's look him up.
We're gonna look him up because he had a terrible press conference.
Doug Peterson showing up.
Nick Sirianni.
Former quarterback, and so.
That's Doug Peterson.
Oh, what? Nick
Sirianni. Offensive coordinator under Frank Reich.
Yep. Okay. So. Then they won't draft a linebacker. They're probably going to draft. They're not going to draft a quarterback. I think he thinks he can fix Carson Wentz. The problem with Carson Wentz is, I think, many problems. I was talking about, I think Kevin Graves, or how you pronounce his name. Kevin, for watching this, I apologize if I messed up on your name. But I think one of his problems is that he didn't really have any solid weapons. You had, at one point, D-Hop had more yards in the entire Eagles offense. Alshon Jeffrey was good. He was good. But, when they won the Super Bowl, that was, probably his last best year. Then he got injuries. Deshaun was old and injury-ridden. And they kind of just went away from him. But it's also, number one thing, I think, is for him is his decision-making.
Yes! You took the words out of my mouth, dude.
And he just can't see. And that's, I kind of agree with Kevin now, yikes.
Which is the same.
Carson Wentz, I think that he was truly, I think he got a prove-it year now.
No, I think this year, for me, not to cut you off, but I had to listen to this Carson Wentz shit all year. And that's why Trey Lance is going to have a hard time getting drafted. Because these North Dakota State quarterbacks are not normal quarterbacks. They're quarterbacks that are running the wing T, and they're, like we said last week, you're adjusting to what his talents are. The only difference between there's no difference between Trey Lance and Carson Wentz. There's none except for injuries. Mm-hmm. Carson Wentz can't read a fucking defense to save his life. Carson Wentz can't tell the difference between whether it's a double coverage or if they're going to cover 6. Carson Wentz can't even take a hit without getting even the Jadeveon Clowney hit. Carson Wentz couldn't take that. What are we doing here, man? Why did you draft this dude? Why? He was hurt. He was no. He was hurt. I watched his film from college. And I even watched him in the national championship. He was cool, but he wasn't am I going to draft this dude like that? Yeah. I'm not going to sit there. The Carson Palmer. He has the Carson Palmer syndrome. He can put up fucking stats, but he can't take a fucking hit. God damn it.
What about the line? Well, let's take it to Lions. They're not drafting a tight end. They're not going to draft a tight end this year.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned tight ends because I'm gonna tell you right now, who is your steal? No, who is your steal of the draft?
Oh God, I think wherever Najee goes, he'll be good. I mean, I'm just a Najee fan.
Me too.
I don't know. I'm really liking this Jeremiah. I'm not going to pronounce that last name.
Owusu Mawu.
Nope, that linebacker. I really like him. I think that he'll be a solid piece for whatever team he goes to, fill in. But let's see, the Lions, who do they go to?
See, I was going to say the Lions were going to draft Trey Lance, but they got Jared. Now, but hold on. Before we even go into that pick, how do you feel about the trade?
I think the Lions manhandled the Rams in terms of draft capital.
Yes, but the Rams don't. But it's like you said, it's L.A. All L.A. teams don't build their teams through the draft. They build it through. We're gonna go get everybody.
You know what's funny?
What?
I pulled this picture on Twitter, and it showed the last 2 first-round picks that they had was Jared Goff and Todd Gurley, and since then they have not had a first-round pick. They've traded both away or let them go, and it's still made the playoffs.
No, what about Aaron Donald? Where Aaron Donald was like what?
Oh, he was before all that.
Oh yeah, he was Jeff Fisher. Oh, don't even bring up Jeff Fisher right now. It's Mr. 7 and 9 himself.
Man, imagine passing up on Aaron Donald. Got passed up on him.
I'm not even like the biggest Aaron Donald fan, but that's a bad motherfucker right there. I'm sorry. But no, I think with the trade, because I called it, and I'm proud to say I called it. I've been calling it for the last 3 weeks, the Seahawks game and the fucking Matthew Stafford trade. They stole from the Lions short term.
Yeah.
In the long run, it's going to kill them. I don't know how Sean McVay is going to recover from that.
And that's where Sean McVay, honestly, will probably be fired shortly after that, because when you say you don't make the playoffs, you don't make it to the Super Bowl again. You've been to the Super Bowl, okay, good. Okay, I'll extend you. Maybe you think about it because you got there. You got over the hump. You got there. Sure, there's a lot of controversy with that Saints game, but hey, you got there. Sure, you only scored 3 points, but you still got there. That's more than what 16 other teams were able to do.
If your quarterback can't, and you know this as a football player, you know this, that offense that they ran should have been running all over the Patriots when they were in that dime defense.
Todd Gurley had
that knee injury.
That knee arthroscopy before. I think that is why they didn't. I mean, when who was their backup?
C.J. Anderson, Butterbean.
But going back to Aaron Donald, here's some of the picks. Like, here's why it's so hard to judge. First of all, he had a loaded draft class. And this is all coming out of college, so it's most primarily high. You had Clowney, Robinson, Bortles, Watkins, Khalil, Jake, Matthews, Mike Evans, Justin Gilbert, Anthony Barr, Eric Ebron, Taylor Lewan, and Odell. Really, I can see, in terms of defense, maybe one player that I would put up front of him. That'd be Khalil Mack. And if it was coming out to draft day, that would be like the only person that I would pick ahead of him if I had.
Yeah.
I was never sold on Javion Clowney, but for this,
you weren't. I wasn't either.
Man was lazy in college.
The man's lazy in the NFL, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna bet on myself and go play for."
I'm going to keep that Bruce Irvin that I have. They're paying me a portion of what they pay Javion Clowney, and I have more sacks than him. I was like, damn.
My respect for Bruce Irvin went out the window when he said, "Trade me to Atlanta." Went to Atlanta and went to Oakland and fucked up. But no, I'm even looking at, like, in the situation with the Lions, please get Jared Goff some help.
You think they're going to drop line? Because I got them going with, I think after this pro day, Devontae Smith is just going to have all this hype buzzing around him that because Jalen Waddle got injured in the championship game. I heard he played on like a broken ankle or a fractured ankle. And I think that'll be just enough for some teams to be like, no, we don't want this. Granted, Julio Jones did his combine with a fractured ankle. But then again, I'm not comparing any of these receivers right now to Julio Jones because the man ran like a 4.4 combine with a fractured or broken ankle. I don't really see that happening. But I think they go out and get some. They're going to re-sign Kenny Galladay and draft Devontae.
Yeah, because of the name, because you're bringing in a Heisman Trophy winner. But see, they've done this before. The Lions have drafted a Heisman Trophy winner before, but that was a quarterback. I'm looking at Devontae. Devontae might go late, first round.
You think? I don't know. I think there's just going to be so much hype and buzz around him that's just going to be enough for some team to either A, trade up, or Lions will take in the top 10 because the Lions, they need wide receiver help more than anything. I don't even. Their second best receiver was Danny Amendola.
That says a whole lot. The Lions need a quarterback. The Lions need a quarterback, receiver, and a cornerback.
And a defensive tackle because Danny Shelton. They got a decent end, but it's not nothing I'm banking on.
They're not a bad team. They had a bad coach.
And honestly, someone asked me, he's like, "I how you feel about Matt Patricia?" And I was like, "Good." He cost us, like, when people say, "Oh, Nick Foles outplayed Tom Brady in Super Bowl." If you go back and look at that, they're closely even, but Tom Brady threw for 500 yards, one interception or one or two interceptions, one fumble loss, and like three touchdowns, I believe.
And a drop catch.
Tom Brady is the single reason why we were in that game. The defense, Matt Patricia had that, I'm leaving anyway, so it's cool. But now he's back, and I don't like it, honestly, because we could have got Stafford, but we didn't want to because he didn't want to come here.
Nope.
Honestly, if I were him, I wouldn't either. Matt Patricia, yeah. So I have them going receiver first pick.
All right. What I had was, before the Goff and Stafford trade, I had Trey Lance going to him.
I think Trey Lance is Zach Wilson, if he doesn't get picked up in the first 5, him and Trey Lance will experience the slide. All quarterbacks really experience.
They're all inexperienced. They're all like not. They haven't played really competition, so you don't know how they're going to respond. But I feel like Trey Lance might. If they didn't have that, okay, go get Trey Lance. But Devontae Smith, okay. Kadarius Toney, maybe.
Kadarius Toney's probably going to go, I think, late first, early second.
Don't be surprised they go get a corner.
The Lions, I don't think so. I mean, they drafted one last year in Jeff Okudah, but I don't think they're going to draft a corner first round. Not a first round. I don't think so. Because I feel like most teams, you got 7 rounds. You have realistically 7 to 10 areas that you need help with, and I think the first round. If you like, for me, if I was that coach, I'm like, okay, I'm not drafting the best player available. I'm drafting about what position I need and who best fits it. But I feel like most teams in the first round, like, I'm gonna go for the best player available.
Yeah, even though you shouldn't.
If I wanted that one, and I'm not one, I can pick over 400 players. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the best one available there because I'm the first overall pick.
Right, but I would want a guy who fits what we need.
Yeah.
Don't always go with the best player because you might get the best player. But is that best player going to be able to fit your system? And can your system adapt around that player? That's the hardest thing.
Like, if I'm the Chiefs, and let's say realistically, let's say that bad year Patrick Mahomes gets injured, they have the first overall pick, and Trevor Lawrence is staring me in the face, but I already have Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to draft a QB.
I'm not thinking about the future. I'm in winning mode right now.
I know. And that's what they are. Okay, Panthers. So.
Panthers. If Zach Wilson's still on the board,
Yeah.
Go get Zach.
You think Zach Wilson's going to go here?
I think Zach's going to go there.
Why?
I think Zach Wilson's going to go there because Matt Rule likes those type of quarterbacks. He likes a quarterback who can do a little bit of everything because people don't realize Zach Wilson can run. He got a little bit of wheels on him. But Matt Rule also has a couple of weapons there. He's got Robbie Anderson. I think he still has
Curtis Samuel is a free agent is going to be free agent this year.
Yeah. But they can go make. They're not thinking winning right now. They're thinking of winning in the future. So build around him, and hopefully, and you also make Teddy Bridgewater a backup. I wish they would have used PJ Walker a little more. I love me some PJ Walker. But other than that, go with Zach Wilson.
I didn't have him. I had him going cornerback here, but I had him going with either Caleb Farley or Patrick Surtain.
Surtain.
I had him either one or two, but I
think
the Broncos, who have honestly who need a lot of bit of help. I think this is where they either go get. This is where the first cornerback comes off. Actually, with like I told you before, I think Micah Parsons could go, but he'll probably go mid-round, depending on how he does his pro day. I feel like they also need they had that future linebacker, they have Luke Kuechly, so I feel like they would want to get another linebacker. But I'm not opposed to Zach Wilson going here and having Teddy be their bridge quarterback. For 9, I'm gonna have. I don't know. I kind of like this Caleb Farley guy, but I'm not sure if he'll fit their system.
Go get Micah Parsons.
For the Broncos, I'm not sure if you'll because who do the Broncos have at linebacker? I don't know. I feel like Micah Parsons. You won't go to San Diego. They got Kenneth Murray. They have, I think, maybe the Giants, but I feel like they need an edge rusher. Cowboys, no. Raiders, yes. Actually, I kind of can see Micah Parsons going here.
They've got.
He wouldn't go to the right. He wouldn't go until either the 16th or 17th pick.
Broncos linebackers are Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, Josie Jewell, A.J. Johnson, and Derek Tuska. Because they're running a 3-4.
They got A.J. Boye or whatever.
Boye. He's washed. It's time.
So I think they're going to go with Caleb Farley. Just because they need to fit that cornerback role. And later on, you can get either trade again, get another first round, but I don't really see that happening, or just get a linebacker later on in the round. How about them Cowboys? What do you think?
Oh my God! Okay. Woo!
First of all, Dak better get paid if we're talking Cowboys. I think they actually really need to pay him, but
didn't we have this argument like a few months ago?
I don't remember.
We kind of did. It was early in the season, and you said pay Dak, but you're not going to pay Dak. Now all of a sudden you want to pay Dak?
I think after what happened this year, I mean, he was on pace for like 6,000 yards because, then again, they were down by how much, and he's having to throw X amount, but I think he deserves to get paid.
Yeah.
Obviously, the best quarterback from his draft class.
Ugh, that doesn't say a whole lot.
It doesn't say a whole lot, but he's produced more than Carson Wentz and Goff.
Ain't that the truth? That doesn't say a whole lot. I think Dallas needs to go for defense. They need to do something about that secondary.
Do you think this is where Patrick Surtain goes?
If he go to Dallas, they beat LA.
All right, so you have him going there?
Yeah. They got rid of all those old fuckers. Now they got rid of who's the dude that went to Miami? Xavier Howard. Byron Jones went there too, which was stupid of Jerry not to re-sign him.
No, Byron Jones went to Miami.
That's what I'm saying. They both went to Miami. Well, no. Howard went to Dallas, and then Byron Jones went and got paid by Miami, which was a good move by him. That's good. The Giants. What about the Giants, man?
I think Leonard Williams leaves, goes to free agency, gets paid because you did have
you
had a good year, I believe.
Yeah, but Leonard Williams is. He got that Andre. What's that new?
Someone's going to pay him. Someone always pays big for someone who had a good contract year. The,
Watch Seattle pick him up.
who, Leonard Williams?
Yeah, we have no interior D line.
He had 11 and a half sacks this year. 99, his number started 12 to 16 games. 29 tackles, 11 and a half sacks. I think he's going to get paid this offseason. So I have my man, Gregory, going here because they're going to have to fill that gap at defensive end or the edge. But
I can't fight that. I can't fight that.
If Leonard Williams does stay, then I think someone like J.C. Horn goes there. But that's the thing. I think they go with Greg. You have to pick.
Okay. The Niners need a cornerback.
I'm not here saying, casting all over social media. They need to get a new quarterback. Who's going to give up Daniel Jones that early, man? I feel like Daniel Jones. I feel like he's a mere intermediate or not long term future.
If he can get them to the playoffs and be on the doorstep the way they were last season, they've got a defense.
Yeah.
They have no weapon. They have nothing on offense. I'm not throwing the Golden Tate. Fuck Golden Tate. I'm not throwing. Fuck Golden Tate. I can't stand his bitch ass. Fuck him. And anybody that likes Golden Tate, fuck them too. Because Golden Tate's just a bitch ass nigga who lied and then got his ass whooped by Jalen fucking Ramsey. And I hope Jalen whoops his ass again. Fuck your sister. Anyway. Nah, this nigga said when we won the Super Bowl, he said, "Oh, I'm willing to take a hotel discount," and the bitch ass nigga ran to fucking Detroit. Fuck you, Golden Tate.
Wait, but didn't it was his first year he slept with Russell Wilson.
God, why you gotta bring that up? Yes,
it's part of the story.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why he left.
But look what Russell got out of it at the end of it all. Look, Russell laughed in the face. It was like, all right, you can have that bitch. I'm going to have Sierra. And then he goes to Detroit. He had a decent couple years. Okay, he wasn't all that. Then he went to Philly, laid an egg there. Now he's in New York talking about, oh, throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Nigga, why? Who are you? Anyway, what about the Niners?
I think it's your pick.
Go with they need a cornerback. They need, because Richard Sherman is not going to probably re-sign. They're not going to re-sign him. Go with cornerback. Go get you that boy. Who did I have? Because they're going to get rid of Bosa.
Nick Bosa's still on his rookie contract.
But he's injury prone.
His first injury in the NFL.
I thought he messed up his. No, that was his brother. That was his brother, Joey. Joey fucked up his. Was his wrist or something like that? I can't remember. Yeah, but they need to go get a corner. Go get Asante Samuel Jr.
You think Asante Samuel Jr.?
Yes, and I'll say why. He fits the system.
Okay.
He fits the system. I know it's a crazy take, but
a huge crazy take.
No. I'm gonna stick with Asante Samuel Jr. and call it a day. The Chargers.
They need a tackle.
And
I think this is where a surprise pick and
Elijah Vera.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay.
Because they needed someone to fill that role. Either that or another team trades up before them to draft Dari Saw from Virginia Tech.
Yeah. What about now? I can attest to Alex Leatherwood. Anybody off a Bama offensive line is pro ready. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's just a tackle that's there waiting. Now with the Vikings, your turn.
I just went.
Oh, yeah. The Vikings. Ooh.
I did this systematically so that I could pick the Patriots pick.
Oh, I already got the Patriots pick.
I don't want to hear it.
No. You gonna love the Patriots pick. You gonna love it.
All right, who do you got for the Vikings?
I haven't really paid attention to the Vikings, what their needs are, because they're such a strong team.
Guard, tackle, edge, safety, and a defensive tackle, edge, safety, and offensive tackle.
Go with the biggest thing you need, and that's a tackle.
Oh, really? Because I do think this is where leather.
Don't. Okay.
I actually had this Wyatt Davis guy going there to help with the interior line and everything.
They were getting blown up outside more than they were inside.
The Vikings really need more help than anybody. Okay, I'll let you get this one. Who do you think is going to go to New England? And I swear to God, if you say Trey Lance, I might actually fight you.
No. Oh, hell no. No. I am going with the best player in the draft.
Don't take Kyle Pitts.
I'm going with Kyle Pitts, bitch. I don't care. No. I can't tell. I can. No. Let me rap to you real quick. Kyle Pitts is the best player in the draft next to Trevor Lawrence. And I stand by that, and I'll lay on that hill and die for it. Belichick has always been trying to replace Gronk. He's had a trash-ass tight end this year, and what was it, Novacek, Novocaine?
Novacek, David Osiasi.
Thank you. Now, if he gets him a quarterback that can throw Kyle the ball, then yes. And look at the Patriots' success. When do they have their most success?
Julian Edelman, Tom Brady,
Gronk,
and Hernandez.
And that's what I'm saying, that double tight end set with Gronk and with Hernandez. He wants to duplicate that. And Josh McDaniels loves having tight ends in the offense. Kyle Pitts can play slot. Kyle Pitts, only thing I'll say is he needs to gain some weight. He's 235. He needs to get to 240 just so he can help in the run game. Because Belichick wants to run the ball.
Or Patriots trade out like you usually do.
You know what? I'm not going to sit here and take disrespect.
Look at it. Look at the past years. Historically, the Patriots, since we're so deep in the draft, first round normally, they normally trade out.
Yeah, unless you guys are drafting to kill what's his face, the wide receiver y'all drafted last year.
Anyway, I think one thing the Cardinals need more than anything, I don't think it's an offensive tackle. I think they go for the best. If Kyle Pitts doesn't go here, go to New England, he'd go to Arizona.
They run the air raid. They don't use okay. Kyle is.
And you just said he can line up in the slot.
Yes, he can. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I can. But not this offense. Anything but Arizona. I don't want to see him in the NFC West. I don't. Seahawks don't have a matchup for that.
Bobby Wagner.
We've been playing cover 3 for almost a decade.
It is so predictable. I think this is where a linebacker goes, and I think it'll be my boy
Micah Parsons. Yep.
And I think the Raiders, I've been seeing on multiple picks that Jeremiah is going to go here.
Ooh. Piggybacking on that Arizona pick.
I mean, yeah, you drafted Isaiah Simmons, but you have him line up as a safety along with Buda Baker. Better place for him than a linebacker.
Yeah. At 6'4", but Isaiah Simmons' ability, he can do both.
Can play anywhere.
4'2", 6'4", 6'4", and just solid. He's what Cam Chancellor was, except a couple inches taller.
Yeah. All right. So Raiders. Who you got?
Let me see what they got. What did I write down? Because the Raiders need a lot of help. I think they go edge.
They're gonna go edge. Who? That's available edge right now.
Right now, at this point in time, Aziz Ojuri out of Georgia.
See, I actually had them either if it wasn't Jeremiah, I think they would have gone with another corner. Or
Did they?
Barmore. Well, who do they have in the corner?
Shit, your guess is better than mine. No, I take that back. Well, Abrams is a safety, so technically that doesn't count.
Yeah. Or it's either an edge corner or you think Trayvon Moehrig.
I'll say this. If you're going to go get a Georgia boy, get him inside the box, not the secondary.
Yeah.
Especially off the line. Ooh. Those some big boys.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think this is where Jalen, if he's still on the board, I don't think they're gonna go Tardavius. I think they would go if Jalen Waddle is still here. I think this is where they go. Because now you got a top 10 talent in a stacked draft at your 18th pick. You can either trade out to some team that's going to trade up and have multiple second-round picks, or you stand your ground and you draft receivers at 18 because you got your left tackle for the future. Now you got someone on the opposite end of Devontae Parker.
I can live with that. I can live with that. The only thing about Miami, they already got they went and got Penny, they went and with Jalen here. And he's speed. So yeah, they need it. I can live with that. What about Washington?
What they need a quarterback.
They need everything on offense.
Linebackers, AP,
tackle, corner, safety.
I think someone like Trey Lance, this is where Trey Lance would go. If you were to go anywhere, or Mark.
Mac Jones.
I think it's between them. I think that Trey Lance got too much hype and potential. Because, the thing is, with Joe Burrow, yeah, they had a great offense that year. You can't really take away. So that's, for me, I see a quarterback with, a fantastic year. So for that many yards, that many touchdowns. You look at a spring pass, and you're like, okay, who's that? Mark Jones was 2-3 Heisman finalists in his offense. So I think
we had 3, thank you very much.
3, my bad. 3, I think this is where Trey Lance would go. Mac Jones would probably be the next quarterback someplace. I don't know.
He's going to Indy.
I don't know. I think because the Bears also need, because the Bears giving up on Mitch Trubisky.
He got him to the playoffs. They'll give him another year or two.
No, they're not. They didn't extend his 5th year.
Is Trubisky really that bad? Is he really that bad? Watching him a little bit, he can't be that bad. Everybody be portraying him. Because my boy Matt Nick, shout out to Matt Nick, he's a diehard Bears fan, and he be going to war for Mitch Trubisky.
The same man that lost his starting job to Nick Foles, and then Nick started playing terrible, and then regained it back.
I mean, you can say the same thing about a lot of quarterbacks in the league. Tua.
But Mitch is not that good.
Mitch is not that. Mitch. Okay.
It was one good year, and that was a horrible year. What have you done since?
It is a whatever you've done for me lately business, but what he did for me lately, he got into the playoffs. Or was it the defense, or was it him? I think we as fans and people that love football, we give the quarterback so much credit, but he doesn't catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? He might throw it, but he doesn't catch it. He doesn't run it. He doesn't run it to the point where it's 30, 40 carries. He doesn't stop the opposing offense. So you got that Tom Brady got into the Super Bowl melodrama that people like to talk about. Mitch Trubisky can only do so much.
here's Mrs. He had the worst year throwing the ball in terms of passing yards since his rookie year. He had 31 and 32 the past 2 years, 17 and 24 touchdowns. This year he had 16 and 8. Granted, he got booted, but he had a quarterback rating of 93, second career high, 67%, so not bad. But then again, you did miss X amount of games.
But what are we asking of him? What are we asking? There's a difference between asking and expecting of him. What are we asking of Mitchell Trubisky?
Also, look how he did in the wild card game.
I saw the game.
Yeah, 69%, 200 yards.
You're throwing against the best secondary in the league. You're throwing to Marshawn Lattimore, goddamn Eli Apple, goddamn Jackrabbit. The best secondary in the league.
Did you just say Eli Apple was one of the best secondary? It was one of the best ones in the league.
I didn't say he was individually. I'm saying one of the best secondary of talent. Eli Apple can, well, that's an argument for another day, Eli Apple.
Yeah.
But no, the Bears, go get Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask at here.
Gunslinger.
Do you think this is going to be their QB for the future?
Gunslinger. And he ain't afraid. He does a throw he's never been afraid to make.
All right, Colts. What do the Colts need? They need a QB as well. So I think someone like
Mac Jones
would go here.
I think he would do really. I think he would do really well under Frank Reich.
He needed quarterback. Well, Frank Reich was a quarterback whisperer. I remember one of the commentators was watching the Eagles game, said that they think that Carson Wentz, why he doesn't want his pump so much, was because Frank Reich was gone.
Right.
Titans, they need help on that. I think Titans here is going to get someone for the right side of the line, because you have Trevor Luan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they need more help on that offensive line. But I'm not sure. But I can also see, but you also have someone like Christian Barmore here, who could be a big help in the middle.
The issue with the I think the issue with the Titans is they have no interior D line, and you're playing when they got to the playoffs, they got exposed from what they were a year ago to now. I mean, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Go with Barmore. Now the Jets. What do they need? They already got Justin Fields. Let's say they got Justin. They need a D tackle, QB, running back, quarterback, and edge. First of all, their defense isn't that bad. It was the play calling that sucked.
It did. I think, like I said, I don't think there'll be a quarter running back in the first round. I think they go with this Darius Saw.
Yeah.
Just to help fill the offensive line and protect your new quarterback from what is about to happen to the NFL.
Because he's going to be running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in the AFC. Which one of the AFC East, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. They don't play no...
The Steelers, they need a cornerback, quarterback, receiver, or running back, tight end, tackle, and center.
Go offense.
I think, I don't know, I think the Samuel Cosme guy, I think he has a lot of potential to help be someone because he got overlooked because Texas didn't play that many big games, and Sam Eislinger, whatever his name is, he's all right, but they need a quarterback, so I don't think they're going to grab one right now. I think they're going to let Big Ben, and they do have Dwayne Haskins, so I think they could reevaluate and see what he does in the backup because what's the case? Rudolph, Mason Rudolph is just trash. I think this is where he goes. All right, who you got for the Jaguars?
Jaguars got 25th pick. They already got Trevor Lawrence. They need a receiver. Their receivers suck. Yep.
I think that'd be really good, especially with DJ Shark.
Shark is pretty good.
Shark is honestly, he's that guy.
He wants all of it. And especially nobody's expecting to do anything. I think that brings their wins up to at least 5, 6 at that.
Trevor Lawrence, having Trevor Lawrence will help you get that. I think this is where Jeremiah goes to the Browns. They don't got much of interior defense in the middle of the field. I think this man could help.
What about J.C. Horn?
J.C. Horn, I think he'll probably go second round if he doesn't go first, early second. To a team like Carolina who does need it, Giants who do need it. Ravens, they just need a receiver.
Who that receiver they're going with?
That's a hard thing for me, honestly. Also, the Browns, I also had him going with Joseph Asia.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like they just need, if it's not, they have a good offensive line, they got good receivers, or they draft a receiver there because Odell Beckham has been in the trade talk.
Again?
I don't know. I got too much to talk about him. Let's see. I think they do go with because Calais Campbell's not getting any younger. I think they go edge, and because the Ravens, they're more concerned about their defense.
Yeah.
Even though there's going to be a lot more options for the Ravens in the second and third round.
Mm-hmm. As long as they got Greg Roman as offensive coordinator, they're not worried about developing their offense anymore. They're going to stick to what they know.
All right, Saints, who do you got for Saints? I'll let you take the next couple picks.
Ooh. If Breeze retires, they need a quarterback.
Who you thinking? Davis Mills, Kellen Mond. None of these guys are first-round quarterback material.
Shit. I can't even say KJ Costello because he only had one good game. I think they rebuild. They need to add to the defense, interior-wise. At a linebacker, their linebackers are trash, except for Davis. That's it.
That guy's mean.
He's mean. I'm gonna go with. Zaven Collins.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
He was he was defensive player of the year in the country. Shoot.
That says a lot if you're going from Tulsa.
Oh yeah. Let me double check my sources. And then we can go with Green Bay.
I feel like Green Bay.
To get them, yep. Zaven Collins, go get him. Green Bay, get the fuck rid of Kevin King and get you a fucking quarter. Shit. I don't get, fuck you, Dub. You know I hate you, Dub, with a passion. Fuck him. Shoot. How the fuck you let little Scotty Miller run by you? God damn. That's like me running past him. You know I ain't good for shit, except for a go route.
J.C. Horn?
Yeah, go get J.C. Horn.
All right, Bills.
Ooh. Secondary.
What do you think this is, what do you think going here?
Ooh, I would say go get Najee, like we talked about. Go get Najee.
For the Bills?
Singletary's not going to be an every down back.
But they got Zach Moss.
What do the Bills need? They need a corner, a linebacker, an offensive tackle, and an edge.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to go out in the offseason since they have a lot of rookie contracts.
Yeah.
They're going to take a lot of. They're going to get someone big and free to help fill one of those needs. I think it most likely is going to be edge.
I mean, Ed Oliver can only do so much interior-wise. They need help outside.
They got AJ Espana.
Yeah, but are you going to count on him? But in the AFC Championship game, he wasn't doing jack shit.
Yeah, his whole team wasn't doing jack shit.
And I expected more out of their defense because their defense was locked down most of the season.
But what are you going to do against Patrick Mahomes, who literally couldn't just like almost make any throw?
You had them on the ropes bleeding the first 3 minutes of the game.
I was going to shoot about the first 3 minutes of the game.
Capitalize! Capitalize on defense!
Nobody gives a shit about the first 3 minutes of the game.
I did, and I was watching it.
Okay, what about the last 3 minutes of the game? What were they doing?
Shit, wrapping it up.
Exactly. Don't give a shit about the first 2 minutes of an hour-long football game.
It's 3 hours of motherfucking just, hey, go get you a corner or go get you a defensive end. That's all I'm going to say.
Who's it going to be?
Ooh. I already did the last two. It's your turn. Yeah, it's a hard one.
I don't really know who.
This is where it gets ugly.
I think I could go. I think we're gonna go. I don't know. I looked at this guy, and then we're gonna go here.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna move one of the safeties down to the top corner, or grab the cornerback later on. All right. Depending on how this Super Bowl goes, it'll either be either or.
What do the Buccaneers need? They're an old ass team.
They need edge, DP, running back, offensive tackle. Why do they need a running back? Offensive tackle, and then on your QB. Tom Brady is.
For longevity purposes.
Oh, but I don't see them drafting a QB. I see them draft. They don't need a linebacker. They got Levante David
and Devin White.
Woo! Fast with him fast.
Whoa.
Edge. I don't know. I just don't really think any of these guys are like first round material.
None of them are. I told you this is a top heavy draft.
Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen much about Jason. To know what he's like. Honestly, I haven't really watched. Other than the top 20, I haven't really watched much of their musical tape.
It can go either way. I mean, they don't really care at this point. You're the defending champ or you're the reigning champ. So either way.
I think they could solidify their offensive line and go with, because they're going to have pieces retiring.
A lot of, especially if they win the Super Bowl or they lose the Super Bowl, they're retiring.
Yeah, I just don't see them getting a running back. You got Ronald Jones. You can bring back Leonard Fournette. LaShawn McCoy ain't doing shit.
He's just sitting there. I forgot he was even on the team.
I really did too. I actually, when I was playing that, and I was scrolling to try to get Ronald Jones, I really forgot LaShawn McCoy was on that team. I really did.
Well, that's because Shady. He's not. What is he doing? You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then you got fucking Le'Veon Bell, and then you got LaShawn McCoy. Why are you still here?
LaShawn McCoy was on at the Buccaneers.
I thought. Oh, yeah. He was on the last. This is fucked up. How you old as fuck?
I don't know why we're talking about this, man. This man ain't done shit in like the past 2 years.
3 years.
3 years.
I say the Chiefs go safe.
But what? Where do you think they're gonna go?
Get him a tackle.
All right. Second round. This is where I protect more trades are going to happen. I do think the first running back will come off the board. It won't be the Jaguars because they do.
Oh, is this a comedy album? Nigga, why'd you sign Jamie Foxx? Ain't that the brother from A Living Color? How could they play me? Why'd you sign Jamie Foxx?